What up, YouTube? We're back. Episode 2 in the van. Van build. Promaster build. We're out here doing it. Starting to dig in. Today is gonna be all about getting everything pulled off. So we're gonna get the walls pulled off. We're gonna get the door pulled off. We're gonna get these little side panels pulled off. The ceiling pulled off. I'm going to figure out how the heck this thing is attached, and I'm going to get this thing pulled off. All of this stuff, it's all going to get pulled off, and then we're going to pull out this stuff, all of my L-track, O-track, all of the tie-down hooks are going to get pulled. Basically, everything that's in here is going to get pulled, especially the old bulkhead. I was going to keep it, I think, for a little bit, but, you know, I don't know. I haven't decided. It's coming out regardless, but whether or not that happens tonight or in a few days, we'll see. The only reason I'm not going to take it out yet is because I don't have my wall in, and so any heat that goes up there ends up going to the back. Just takes longer for it to heat up there, so the bulkhead just keeps a little bit of that heat inside. I'm gonna build my frame out of steel. Normally I build it out of wood for, you know, my bed frame, but just due to space and trying to make a bed nook, basically, or a permanent bed, I want to utilize as much space as I can and save as much room as I can. So I'm gonna build it out of steel, 1/2 inch, 11 gauge square tubing. That I've seen in other van builds, and I'm going to use that. And so I want to, you know, as you can see, we're pretty close here, and so I want to take this off and get an actual measurement, you know, of where that tubing is going to be, so I know how much tubing to get, as well as, you know, making sure my measurements are all correct. Again, I'm going to probably get all of my L-track and all that stuff out so that I can get my bike in here without the side panels and all that stuff, so I can get exact measurements and figure out what the heck am I going to do. Because currently I'm not sure. I want a permanent bed, and I want to do like a little bit of a loft feature where it kind of overhangs, and I don't know if you'd call it a loft, but overhangs a little bit on the front. So when you're sitting, there's kind of a overhang above you. It's a great idea, but will it work? I'm not sure, especially because when you're sitting here, you know, in the seat, you know, where is that going to land? And are you going to, you know, sit down and whack your head into that kind of thing or something like that? So I want to get everything pulled out so I can get an idea of what's going on. It was snowing earlier, and I found out that this thing is just open to the earth, open to the air, and there was snow coming in. And when I first got it, I was like, why is it wet here? Well, that was because it's open and it's letting stuff in. So, and I looked, and the top piece, the cap for this is off. So I kind of also want to get all this down because I'm trying to figure out a max air fan to get in here. That's what I'm gonna use. Originally, I was going to put it in the back here, kind of like by this light, so that it would be pulling kind of right over top of the bed. But due to this light already, or the fan already being here, and there's already a hole there, there's no point in me. I'm not going to put 2 fans in. If I was going to put another one in, it would be at the back of the van. So I just got to utilize this area. It kind of sucks, but if I get a good fan, I shouldn't have any issues, and it shouldn't be a big deal. Because it'll be, you know, lofted, and it'll be pulling that air out and whatever. And if I, you know, need be, I could set a fan up here that blows back and does that. So without further ado, I need to get going because wasting time. So we're going to get the little tripod set up, get this thing going, and get this van starting to, you know, get this van torn apart. It's go time. It's build time, baby. Let's go. although I'm saying what up, this is only the second like part. It's a new day on the same video. There's nothing different from where the video just was. It's just a new day. And I wanted to include this because it's still part of video 2. Nothing has changed. So we left off with taking, or I had the breaker box up here, and then I moved it down. Well, I actually pulled it out and I just left. The wires are loose right here. They're not connected to anything, so we don't have to worry about anything happening there. I got the walls out, and I was looking at my O-track, L-track, that it's bolted in from the floor, so there's really nothing I can do until I get out to somewhere where I can get out, you know, get underneath it on a shop floor. You know, I don't want to lay in the driveway. I'll be honest. I'm going to be picky. I don't want to lay in the driveway and try to unbolt this thing and do it when I need 2 hands. It would be easier to have it on the lift and lift it up, look under, take them out. Simple as that. So I got to get that done. But in the meantime, that doesn't need to be done in order to measure out my wall. Earlier I had my bike in here and I was figuring out my measurements and where I wanted things and how I wanted them to be built. I watched another Promaster video. The Promaster is just a little bit shorter than like a Transit or a Sprinter, so I need to do some additional math because everything is literally down to the inch right now. It's not like, oh, I'll just put it here and we'll just work with it. I want it to be perfect, so I've got everything down to the inch. And so today I am going to, I've never built my frame out of steel before. And because of the space savings that I need, I'm going to build it out of plus space savings, plus durability, plus weight, plus just, you know, in the event of an accident or anything like that. I know this thing is solid. So I've chosen to go with the steel. It's going to save me the most amount of room. I've got my wall design. So this is my bottom. This is going to be the bed platform that's flat. And then these are going to be my braces that go up. So it's going to come up, go back, and then come up again. So I need to figure out that. And I actually am going to have it overhang a little bit. So that was one of the cool things is initially I think I had a little bit more overhang than I thought I was going to have or was planning on having. Or I should say I had more planned than I'm actually going to have. That being the van's a little bit smaller than I thought it was, you know, and that was a big part of why I wanted to get the van gutted so I could really see what I'm working with. And it's a little bit, it was going to be a cool overhang, and I had some ideas that I thought would be really dope in my head, but just given the amount of space that I have and what I'm working with, it's not as realistic. Plus, I don't want to, you know, I don't want to hit your head on it and have it be in the way or anything like that. So I'm going to calculate all of that in. I know what kind of mattress I want. I'm going to get a full mattress, not a twin, but a full. I need it to be dialed for 2 people. That's the biggest thing, is not 1 person, but 2 people I want sleeping in this bed. So that is, not ladies of the evening, not anything like that. My girlfriend, okay. Love her. She's coming along and she's going to be doing some traveling with me, and so we need her to be able to sleep comfortable as well as me when we, you know, are both together at the track or wherever we're going. All right. Because nobody's going to see this when I mark it up, decide where I want it. So I know that the bottom of my bed, based on here, I have to equate for the thickness of the tubing, as well as where I want the top to be, as well as where I want this height of the deck to rest on here. Those being, you know, these measurements of 51.5, figuring out how tall that's going to be, 51.5 plus 1.5 on top, all of these things. So this is what I got working. These are my numbers. I need to just sit down and finalize the numbers and get them out like this so that I know when I go to the store I need X, Y, and Z at X, Y, and Z length. So measurements for the bed, we're gonna all the stuff, so we're gonna wrap that up. Heck yeah. And now I'm gonna come back in and we're gonna get the grinder out and grind these puppies off. Hooks here are super rusty, and look at they're all super rusty. They don't, none of them working. I got one out. I tried to do a bunch of them and they all just spun. So I'm going to be drilling them out, or not drilling them out, grinding them out. I'm just going to grind the top off the screw and pull them out. Why? People might say that's dumb, but I don't plan on using any floor chocks or floor hooks, floor anchors. Although I could potentially use them for something, I don't plan on using them for anything. I'm going to have the O-track on the wall, and you never see MotoVans with hooks in the floor. Although it's great for having it, I don't have any use for it, and I don't ever plan on hooking anything to the floor because I'm going to have that O-track on the wall. So it didn't make sense for me, and instead of and because I can't get them unbolted with just my drill, I'm gonna have to just take a little bit extra time and just grind the tops off of all of them. I have one there, two there, and one there. So handful, less than 10. Shouldn't take too long. And the other thing that I thought of was this floor it's all one piece. As you can see, this is like thick, durable flooring that they've got in here. And instead of taking it out and doing a bunch of stuff with it, I'm gonna have coin flooring in the back that I'm just gonna lay right over top of this. I'm gonna clean it all out, make it prime, and then just lay it right over top. Number one, I don't know if you can see me, but this is number one. We're gonna see how this goes. See what we get. As planned, this should just like that. Boom, done. All right. Well, instead of filming all of those, we're just gonna end this one here, and we'll wrap up on the gun. All right. I don't know if you can tell, but it looks much better in here. We've got all of our holes pulled, which is prime. Unfortunately, everything was bolted through the floor, so these are all now holes in the floor that I'm going to need to fix. I got to look into that and figure out what I want to do, because I also have a hole under this piece of tape that needs to get fixed. And I got a whole hole right here, bro, and I need that fixed as well. So, with that said, this wraps up video 2, sorry. This wraps up video 2. You guys can now see that we've got everything ready. The wall is going in on top of what's present. I need to get my measurements down, and then everything will be primed out. Video 3, we're pulling the bulkhead. We're getting the bed in, and we'll probably get the O-track out in video 3. So nothing will be missed on your guys' part. Everything will be included. You guys aren't gonna miss a thing. So again, everybody, thank you for watching. Comment what you want to see. Comment any tips you got. If anybody wants to sponsor the build or add in their product to the JetBoyCo van build, let me know, man. I am all ears. I would love to. I'm a big promoter of people who support me. You support me, I'm going to support you. So if you have or know of anybody that wants to support, let me know. I am, of course, more than happy to accept anything in. And not in, in any way of just, if you want to support, let me know. Or show your support by subscribing, show your support by liking, show your support by sharing this video and all of the future videos to come. Save these, share these, use these to help you build your van. Keep rocking on, man. Dirt bike lifestyle. We're doing this dang thing and we are loving it. So we'll catch you guys in video 3. Signing off, JetBoy. Peace.